my friends. So today I have a really wonderful story that I'm going to share with you. This is called The First Strawberries, a Cherokee story. So Cherokees are Native American tribes. So here in the United States, before the settlers came, so before a lot of our ancestors came, there were people already here. They were Native Americans. This was their land. So we have to always remember our history, knowing kind of where it came from. This is a story about where the first strawberries came from. It's a fictional, so it's not true. It is the Cherokee tribe's kind of fable about it. So it's a story that they've passed down through their generations, and they've told their kids, and their kids have told their kids. So it's a story that goes on and on. So it's retold by Joseph Burrick, and the pictures are by Anna Voshek. Okay. Long ago, when the world was new, the Creator made a man and a woman. Two of them were made at the same time, so neither would be lonesome. They married, and for a long time they lived together and were happy. What's happening in this picture? Yeah. Then one afternoon, the man came home from hunting and found that the woman had not yet begun to prepare their meal. Instead, she was out picking flowers. The man grew angry. "I'm hungry," he said in a cold voice. "Do you expect me to eat flowers?" Now the wife, too, became angry. She had picked those flowers to share their beauty with her husband. "Your words hurt me," she said. "I will live with you no longer." She turned to the west and began to walk towards the sun. Her husband followed, but her steps were too quick. He could not catch her. He called her name, but she could not hear him. He went as fast as he could go, but his wife was much faster. They got pretty angry with each other, huh? She's gone a lot further. The sun watched as the husband followed her. The sun saw how sorry the man was and took pity on him. "Are you still angry with your wife?" asked the sun. "No," said the man. "I was foolish to speak angry words, but I cannot catch her and tell her I'm sorry." "Then I will help you," said the sun. The sun shone its light down on earth in front of the woman. Where the light shone, raspberries grew up. The berries were ripe and looked good to eat, but the woman paid no attention to them and continued walking. Have you guys ever had raspberries? Raspberries are really good for you. They're fruit. The sun tried again. Shone down and the blueberries grew. They glistened brightly in the sunlight, but the woman paid no attention to them. She only walked on towards the west, leaving her husband further behind. Blueberries? Now the sun tried a third time. There its beams touched the earth. Blackberries grew. They were dark and plump, but the woman's anger was too great, and she did not see them. So she's passed all these yummy berries. She didn't see them because her anger was too great. At last, the sun tried its hardest. It shone its light down on the grass right in front of the woman's feet, and strawberries appeared. They glowed like fire in the grass, and the woman had to stop when she saw them in front of her. Strawberries. She knelt down and plucked one and bit into it. She had never tasted anything like it before. Its sweetness reminded her of how happy she and her husband had been together before they quarreled. Quarreled is a big word for fought. I must gather some of this fruit for my husband, she said, and she began to pick the berries. She was still picking them when the man caught up to her. Wonder, what do you think they're feeling now? They started off by feeling pretty angry with each other. And then they felt sorry. He felt sorry. Now what are they feeling? They kind of look happy, don't they? Forgive me for my hard words, he said to her, and she answered him by sharing the sweetness of the strawberries. So it was that strawberries came into the world. To this day, when the Cherokee people eat strawberries, they are reminded to always be kind to each other, to remember that friendship and respect are as sweet as the taste of red, ripe red berries. So there was a lot that we learned in this story. So remember, Native Americans were some of the people that were first here before settlers came. So it's always super important to remember our history and to remember who was here before us. It's important to remember that there still are Native Americans here today. We talked about diversity in some of our other books, people that might look different than us. But one thing else that we learned in here is we learned about kindness, right? We learned about how to have good friendships and to respect and be kind to your friends. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed my story as much as I did. Have a wonderful day.